Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another video. Today we are going to be looking at some shonen anime, ranking them in a tier list. I've got it up right here. And yeah, we're going to be going through all of these, and there's some that I haven't seen. So, that one needs to move there. Yeah, I had them sorted out, but I think they unsorted themselves. That's unfortunate. But yeah, there's some that I haven't seen, so I won't be ranking those ones. You know, I just don't have the time to see like 100 anime. You know, so anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. Like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 80 subscribers at the time of recording. If I've hit 80, it will be 90 or 100. So, yep, let's go. And let's get into it. Up first, they have Attack on Titan, and this one's just the lowest tier. It's just horrible. I'm joking, of course. This is easily an S tier, right? I haven't finished it, to be fair, but it's pretty good so far. You know, so hey, I'm gonna have to give it an S tier. The story's really good. The characters are pretty good. I don't think the characters are as good as the story, but the story really carries it. You know, so I'm definitely gonna have to give it an S tier. Black Clover. I've seen 10 episodes of this. It's pretty good. I give it a B tier. It's just so far just a pretty average shonen, but I will say it's pretty interesting. Like, the world's pretty neat. Asta, you know, I want to root for him. You know, you feel he's a compelling character to support as a main character, because you know he's constantly being looked down upon and all that. And you know, even if he is a bit annoying with how loud he is, he's still like, you don't want him to like go through that. You know, you see like how everyone's like pushing him down, he's still staying up. I think that's pretty cool. Bleach, I'm giving this an A tier. Bleach is just so, like, I haven't seen all of it again, but I don't know. I think I might have to read it up until the 1,000-Year Blood War. I've just got out of Soul Society, but it's like I tried watching a bit more, but it was just so hard because I skipped the filler arc and they kept mentioning the filler arc, and I was like, oh my god. So I haven't watched it in a bit, but it was very good for outside of that. That's probably my only complaint. Blue Exorcist, it kind of got a bit boring, but I have to give it C, because it really isn't that great, you know. Yeah, it was. It had some parts of it where I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool, but aside from that, it was kind of just below average and not very entertaining. Up next, we have Dragon Ball Super. I'm giving this an A tier. I can't lie. You can say I'm whack, but Super's pretty good. I can't lie. Super is pretty good. I remember I think it's the first anime I watched like knowing what anime is. Like, oh, this is an anime, I'm gonna watch it. And it was, I was getting hype, you know. I was getting like the tournaments, all of that, Goku getting these new transformations. I was really hyped for that. So I'm giving it an A tier. Up next we have Death Note. I give this one another A tier. It was going really strong up until L died, and then it kind of fell off for a bit. And it is, you know, a lot of people say that, but it is true. And then the ending was great. The ending was brilliant. So I have to give it an A tier. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, it's just so consistently great. It is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's just peak. It's brilliant. And contrasting that is Fairy Tail. Unlike Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which has an amazing story, the animation's pretty good for like 2010, is it? Around there. And the characters are great. You have Fairy Tail, which is just knockoff One Piece, but worse. I've genuinely tried. I've tried twice to get into this, and I've dropped it both times. It's not great. I don't think it's the worst thing ever, so we're gonna have this tier just. This is D. And this is A B C D E. I will call that F tier. just because we don't care about the alphabet. Skip those two. Hunter x Hunter, I haven't seen all of it again. It's not on Netflix, and I don't feel like pirating anything at the moment. So, from what I have seen, it was very good. It was very interesting. I felt like watching it. And, you know, sometimes I'll be watching it and I'll be like, oh, cool, but I don't really feel like continuing. This was one of the ones I was like, yeah, I want to continue this. I want to watch the next episode. But it wasn't as enticing as other shows are. So I am only giving it an A tier. Next up we have, Hajime no Ippo. Is that? Again, I've only seen part of it, but it is pretty good. I fell off watching it a bit, but it's not because it was boring, it's because I don't know, man. It's weird, man. But yeah, this is an A tier. I need to continue it. Again, I've seen a bit of it. But I do have to give it a solid A tier. It was very interesting. JoJo's. Well, I don't actually know what episode I'm up to on JoJo's. Because I was watching it at my grandma's house, and yeah, I forgot what episode I'm up to. Honestly, I'm in part 3, but I'm gonna give this a B tier. It's pretty good, but again, it's nothing special. I just don't think it's like, it doesn't really, like, man, I just feel like it can sometimes get a bit repetitive, and yeah, I don't find myself really attached to the characters, because they kind of disappear, which might change by the time I finish part 3, when I do. So, I'm not saying it's stuck in B tier, it could get higher. Next up is, I believe that's Rurouni Kenshin. It looks like Rurouni Kenshin. It's the old one, but I'm gonna go off the new one. And the new one I quite like, because that's the one I've seen. I quite like it, it's quite good. Again, that was one where I wanted to watch the next episode. I quite liked Kenshin as a main character. I hope that's his name. I'm pretty sure that's his name. And the side characters were quite interesting too. The villain is quite interesting as well. The first season is, you know, quite episodic, and then in season 2 it gets to more of a overarching plot, and that's fine. I quite liked it. The episodic nature gave me time to connect to the characters. Next is My Hero Academia. Man, this A tier is stacking up, but it's true, man. I think it's very good. I think it starts off like, it doesn't throw you into this like, oh, look at all this is happening, let me just lore dump everything in the first season. It gives you, like, sets you up with the world, and you get used to the world and the characters that you're going to be used to, and then you get introduced to the villains at the end. They're not shoving the villains on you and what's been happening and all of this, who these villains are in the first 10 episodes, and giving you tons of information that you have to process. And that lets us get used to the characters, and I think it's quite good. Next up is Naruto. That's a C tier. I've seen 20 episodes. It's just quite boring. I'm gonna continue it, but I'm probably gonna continue from the manga, because I find it's just easier to read manga, as opposed to watching anime. Anime is more of like a commitment, you know. So yeah, but I think it had its moments, I can't lie. So it's like a high C tier, maybe low B. Yeah, but other than that, I just wasn't really feeling it. One Piece, S tier. It's got, the plot's amazing, the characters are amazing. It has a few issues, but I can look past them, you know. Okay, next up is One Punch Man. As an anime, this would go like here, because like the animation falls off, and then I haven't seen season 3 and I don't want to, and that's, oh, what's that? Okay, and it's like, it doesn't make me want to watch season 3, which is why it would be lower on the list. I read ahead in the manga. It was pretty good, pretty fun, but overall it's nothing really special. It's just kind of like your average battle shonen. It has its moments, and it's fun and enjoyable to watch, and that's why I think it goes in B tier. Promised Neverland. I read the manga, and I'm reading the manga only as I buy it, so it's quite slow, but I'm very much enjoying it. It is great. The plot's great. The world is really well done. So I just have to give it A tier. I don't really find anything that holds it back just yet, and the stakes are quite good. The next one I've seen from this list is Yu Yu Hakusho. Yep. I don't know if this is on Netflix anymore. I'd have to check. But I've seen a bit of it. It was very good. I'm giving that one an A tier because, you know, it was very interesting. It was like the world was great, you know, or not great, but you know, it was well thought out. It had stakes, and it was pretty fun. It went into depth on the characters. You know, the characters got a bit of development from the short time I watched it, and yeah, I thought it was pretty good, pretty fun. So that's my list. Let me know what you'd change about it. I think you'd probably change Naruto, but this is just where I'll put it. And I haven't seen that much of it, to be fair. Black Clover, I could, you know, these two, Black Clover and JoJo's, I'll be fine if you put them higher or lower, because again, I haven't seen much of them. But I think this is a pretty solid list. Like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 80 subscribers at the time of recording. So yeah, I hope you had fun with this, and I'll see you in the next one.